But the header from Varane went wide, and that's the final action as the Hungarian fans celebrate. A really good draw for them, Gulaci and all the Hungarian players. So proud of their achievement. Final thoughts, Pat?
Oh, you have to give them some credit. They've had to defend for their lives for the whole game. You know, second half, first half as well. They all got the goal. Great finish from them. And it's a brilliant point for them against probably the best team in the world at the moment. So you can see why they're elated. The supporters deserve it as well. France disappointed me. Second half, I didn't think they'd done enough to go and chase the game and put Hungary under serious pressure. But, you know, it's a brilliant point for Hungary.
Viola with the lead goal 2 minutes into added time at the end of the first half. Griezmann with the equaliser. Polite applause from the French supporters, but it's the Hungarian fans who'll be celebrating after this. Final score, Hungary 1, France 1.
Yeah, huge result for Hungary, but gets them their first points. But it is France, top of the table for now, at the very least, ahead of that game between Portugal and Germany coming up a little bit later on. But what an incredible result that is, Richie, for Hungary. When you look at that, you see them getting on the board. It means that this table, this group, is still wide open.
It is. It's the surprise, the shock result of the tournament so far. I didn't see this coming at all. Even at half-time at 1-0, absolutely did not see this coming. We expected more from France. But I think we start by giving a load of credit to Hungary. They set up with this intention in mind. They defended in numbers, resolute right to the end. I think it shows the difference and the benefit of having 60,000 people in your home pitch. Absolutely was a factor in this as well. And I think the heat took its toll on everyone towards the end of that second half. But France didn't do enough to dislodge the Hungarians out of position, to create too many openings. They did create chances, which you would absolutely expect a French team of those players to be able to do. But big result now in the context of this group.
It certainly is. We'll talk about France a little bit later on, Didi, but just for the Hungarians, the support that they've had, the way that they celebrated it, it was like they'd won the World Cup there afterwards. You could see Gulaci, their goalkeeper, on his knees. Like, the performances they've put in so far there in front of their home fans have been incredibly impressive.
Yeah, and rightly so. They deserve every bit of praise and adulation of the crowd here. Look at this, 65,000. I think this is what we all missed the last 12 or 18 months. Brilliant scenes, and yeah, the crowd really pushed them on up until the end. They got very tired, but they looked pretty comfortable, I've got to say, in the second half. You know, the first 20 minutes, France lost their way a little bit, and then when you least expected it, they conceded a goal. But after that, I think it was a case of France being reasonably happy with the draw, because they know 4 points will be enough. They've got another game to go, and I think the main thing for Hungary now is they still got it in their own hands. So if they win the last game against Germany, they go to 4 points, and 4 points will most probably be enough to qualify. It's a shame they can't play or don't play the game in Budapest. It would be great to see Germany go in there in front of the crowd. They've got to go to Munich now. But the way they played in the first 2 games, you know, would you be surprised if they beat Germany in their backyard?
I love that you're saying this as a German who have their own job to do later on.
Do you genuinely think France would be happy with that draw?
I think towards the end, I don't think they showed too much of an urgency to get the ball back. I think they were just, you know, it was very hard. The lad said it in commentary. It was hot for both teams, and it would have taken a lot out of them as well. And I think they wanted to make sure they don't concede the second one. If they get a winner, great. But if not, I think they were happy to take the draw. Obviously, it's not what they expected or what they wanted before the game. But I think the way the game went, I think they were reasonably happy the last 10-15 minutes, because it didn't show the same urgency as it did at the start of the game. And, you know, Hungary passed the ball at the back for, you know, 30-40 seconds. It didn't really make an attempt to close him down or make him kick it long. And I think they were quite happy with the draw in the end.
All right.